So let me start with the overall energy. That was the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, heartbreak. It can involve a third energy with the swords, but it does involve truth and honesty. It's like getting to the heart of things, and it wasn't fun. Let me read on. There's a lot more here. Up here in your highest energy, the Judgment card. This has all been a spiritual lesson brought to you by your guardian angels and spirit guides. There's something you needed to learn from this. This is something that it may not be the first time that they've been trying to teach this lesson, but it may be. But they will try to teach it over and over and over until you get it. So I think you've gotten it. With this Judgment card being in your highest energy right here, I think whatever the spiritual lesson is, you're getting it, and that's awesome. So if you're getting it, you'll be moving into a new era in your life. Next to the Judgment card is the Hermit, reaching out to the universe, seeking guidance for your path forward. Now, this is how you feel. You want to seek guidance for your path forward. The Hermit is a card for Virgo, so Virgo might be strong in your chart or strong around this reading. But the Hermit is shining the lantern right on your spiritual lesson. So you want to know what your path forward is? Your path forward is learning your spiritual lesson. Okay? Then you can move forward. And it looks like you're learning it, but it was a hard go of it. It's a Six of Swords up here on your highest energy line, right next to the Hermit. Swords of truth, swords of clarity. This is, you're moving forward away from rocky waters towards smoother, calmer, more peaceful place in your life. It's not real easy. It's not a motorboat. It's being pushed by a pole. So you are moving forward. You have learned your spiritual lesson, although it was a hard one to get through, it feels like. And you are actually coming out on the other side of that. So under the Judgment card is the Ten of Swords. Look at all that truth and clarity. Just took you right down. But it's the 10, not the 11. There is no 11. So those swords will drop off, you can't get any worse than this. This is the end of the pain. It's under your Judgment card. It's next to the Three of Swords, which is the pain. This is ending because you're learning your spiritual lesson. You, on the next to the Three of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. So you're on guard now, okay? So it tells me you have learned your spiritual lesson. So you're not about to let this, whatever it was you had to go through, you have your sword up. You're on guard about it happening again. You're on guard about getting your heart broke again. Might have been a third energy here. This is under moving forward. So this is all part of your spiritual lesson. This is what's allowing you to move forward here. I got something on my finger. Okay, so under the Ten of Swords is a Five of Pentacles. Whatever this lesson was, it left you feeling out in the cold. It left you feeling abandoned, maybe even ghosted. This is a very spiritual card because this is like a church window here, stained glass windows. Now, when these cards were made, church doors were always open. You could walk into a church for warmth. So you can come in out of the cold. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. And you're letting these swords fall away. You're finding the strength to push yourself forward, away from all this, away from this spiritual lesson. So next to the Five of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving energy in the tarot deck. It looks like the horse is standing still, but it moves. There's one foot in front of the other. It's just like at a snail's pace. It's so slow. This is under the Three of Swords, surrounds the whole reading, the heartbreak that we're talking about right now. It's about that pentacle. It's about that pentacle of security, stability, groundedness, coming forward. Well, I don't think it ever did. And I think you put faith in something, it feels like, that could never happen. And I think the universe wants you to be able to recognize when those sorts of energies are in front of you. So that you don't waste your time on it and you're able to move forward without going through all the hurt and all the pain. So this is next to feeling left out in the coldness because this Knight of Pentacles just was never showing up. And I think there might have been another energy of some sort here. Next to the Knight of Pentacles and under the Page of Swords is confusion. Stress, anxiety, it's all associated. And I feel like this isn't the first time. That might be what this is about, all those swords. It might be the third time that you've had to gone through this. But this stress, anxiety, anxiousness, it's mental confusion is what it's about. And it's like you couldn't understand why it was probably a relationship, was not moving forward. You just, it was obvious, I think, that it would not, for whatever reasons, but now you're awakened. It's like you've come awake. You're able to recognize those types of energies now, and you have learned your spiritual lesson. What else does the universe have for you, Leos? I hope it's good. Because usually when you learn a spiritual lesson, it just opens the door to so much more, better things, much better things. There you are, Leo, right there. Up here in your highest energy, I have the King of Wands. This is you, Leo. Male or female, holding on to that staff in new beginnings. This is fire energy. Having your hand on your hip. Hey, ready to move forward. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're moving forward, not at a real fast pace. I mean, it's not as slow as the Knight of Pentacles, that's for sure. But you're able to do it. The King of Wands is looking right at that Six of Swords. On the other side of the King of Wands, we have the Three of Wands. Now, this is looking out over the world, looking for your ship to come in again. It's like, okay, it feels like you're getting ready to like open your mind and open your heart again, and you're kind of scanning the world to see if the right person is out there for you. You're ready. You're hanging on to that staff here. You're hanging on to that staff here of fresh starts, new beginnings. You're healing, I see that right here, and you are moving forward away from this tower moment, the blowing up or whatever hurt you, whatever broke your heart. It had to do with this pentacle not coming forward. So you're moving past that. You're ready for something different, something new, something that does not include the tower, okay? Under the King of Wands is the Chariot. Look, moving forward. You're wanting to move forward fast. You feel like it's right next to the Page of Swords. This spiritual lesson has taught you a lesson. You're like self-assured. You're like, oh, I know I'm not going to let this happen again, whatever it was that broke your heart. And so you're ready to move forward. And it looks like you're moving forward right towards a divine soulmate. They're on that ship. There's somebody on a ship out there for you. See, this is what happens when you learn a spiritual lesson. Something better comes in, and you're healing from it. You're moving forward from it. You got it. You understand it, and now there's a divine soulmate coming in. You were lovers in another life with the Lovers coming up. That's going to be the connection that you're going to feel when you look into their eyes, they look into your eyes. You're going to be pulled together like with this connection. And this can also be, it is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be in your chart, might be around this reading someplace. But more importantly, it is about the energy of this divine soulmate is out there on that ship. You're moving forward. They're coming in. They're out there. And it's all because, well, this is the card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be in your chart, might be in someone else's chart around this reading. But this is very spiritual, very deep healing This is seeing your own reflection in that pool of water and remembering who you are, the essence of who you are, what you want from life, what you don't want from life. It's getting yourself back, and that's what's happened. Healing from this Three of Swords. So, healing from this tower moment. No more towers. You don't want any more towers. But there is a soulmate out there on a ship, and you're here, you're ready for that ship to come in now. And under the Chariot, moving forward, right towards a new life cycle. Away from all this, away from this side of the reading because you learned your lesson. This is like, like I said, it usually opens a door to something better and bigger for you. And that's exactly what's going on here, Leo. So you enter a new life cycle. You're moving forward, right into a new life cycle. The Knight of Wands is next to this new life cycle. And it's also under the Lovers. I think this is your energy. I think it was in your energy down here that you are moving forward from. You're entering a new life cycle. I think you were kind of threw caution to the wind a bit. You kind of, you let, some people would take advantage of you as far as love goes, and it just feels like you weren't thinking things through. You were kind of just moving forward, not being cautious at all. Just kind of like playing with life. Well, it got you, and I think it got you like 3 times. So now you're the King of Wands. And so this is allowing this new life cycle to come in, the Lovers to come in, moving forward to come in. And on the other side of this Knight of Wands here is that Two of Wands. Holding on to that staff and new beginnings and fresh starts, having the whole world in your hands. So this is what you're waiting to move forward towards. You're getting ready to enter a whole new life cycle. You can feel it. You know you want it. And I think this Knight of Wands, and I'll put these back the way they were, the Knight of Wands is the energy that got you in trouble. Before, you're the Page of Swords now. Now that is quite a difference. And the King of Wands, very much more mature now. Hanging on to a staff of new beginnings and fresh starts rather than a staff of passion, thinking more clearly in relationships, and looking out there, just like with the Three of Wands, for that soulmate to come in. Well, there is one out there. This Lovers is right in the center of this reading. And all this healing from the spiritual lesson is what's getting you there. I'm going to take out one more card. If I can get a hold of one, let me have it. Oh, the Six of Wands. This divine lover that's coming in, they have what you've been wanting. Okay, security, stability. They can offer commitment. This actually is other people that love you, celebrating your achievements in love. So this can be a card of engagement that you're moving towards, that you're getting ready. You might be on your way right now, but it's like I say, it's not fast, but you're doing it. And you've learned your spiritual lesson. You have a divine soulmate coming in on your ship. Your ship is coming in. And you're going to be entering a new life cycle. My gosh, Leos, this was your reading.